everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. You all noticed. This time I do not. That noise is that loud. I do not have the music playing because I keep getting flagged for these copyrights. So I decided I am not going to play music. What I'm going to do is mention the local elections coming up, give people time to come on, because like they're flagging me from stuff from last year, like so I'm not even doing that. So first, let's get out the way. I want to thank all my Tea Time with Bunky followers and subscribers. Um, you guys have been with me for the long haul, and I appreciate you so very, very much. I want to thank you for telling a friend and telling a friend. Tell people to subscribe more though with YouTube, so I can get my YouTube numbers up. You can always watch the show after the fact. There's some really good shows on after. There's my guest. I'm gonna bring her on in a minute. Some really good shows after the fact. But like I said, really quick with the elections, which are November 8th, National Voter Registration Day was Tuesday. If you're not registered, go double check, make sure you're registered. There are top races going on in New York and your local areas. I'm sure you all see the signs in your towns everywhere you go. But top races for New York are for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and comptroller. Um, all 26 House seats from New York and all 150 state assembly seats, all 63 state Senate seats are all up this year. So if you guys aren't registered and you don't like who's on your seats and all of that, you guys need to get out there, make a difference, look them up, see who's running. Really quick. For governor, we have Kathy Hochul running for her first full-time term with Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado as her running mate, and they're running against Lee Zeldin of Long Island, and his running mate is Allison Esposito, a former NYPD New York deputy inspector. We have Chuck Schumer is running for his fifth 6-year term, that's 30 years, y'all, against Representative Joe Pinion, who is a conservative TV news commentator. For comptroller, we have Tom DiNapoli is running for his fourth term, facing Paul Rodriguez, who is a Wall Street veteran. For Attorney General, we have Attorney General Letitia James is running for her first reelection. Look, these things got me choked up. Wait, hold on. Sorry about that. Against Michael Henry, who's a commercial litigation attorney. Now, without further ado, sorry, look at that. Hopkins got me all choked up and things like that. Oh God. Hi, we have my special guest. Oh Lord, what's going on?
Napkins in the damn background. Okay. Gloves in the background.
We have let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of this bottom part. We have my special guest who, when I first asked her, if you watched the Tea Time with Bunky when she was on the show, how do I announce you? Like, what do you want? She said comedian extraordinaire, and that's what I'm Miss Mezzy D. Wait a minute. Wait. A little bit about you. Wait. Shoot. Okay. Mezzy is a former on-air personality at Cox Media Group.
At Cox Media Group, yeah.
And a former radio host at York College Radio.
I was.
And you study business administration and entrepreneur at Nassau Community and CUNY York.
Sister was not playing, okay? She done went in and done the research, okay?
No, you have to. You know, you got to be prepared. You got to. Are you a registered voter?
I am a registered voter. Yes.
Okay. All right. I got to ask that. So, welcome to Tea Time, single-handedly.
Yes, I'm so happy to make it. I'm so happy I'm here. Thank you for having me.
I'm happy you are here. I went back and looked at for people that don't know Mezzy, please go to Instagram, go to Mezzy_D and look at her little snippets. Oh, this Saturday, y'all, September 24th, she will be appearing at the comedy club She Got Jokes, which is located at 2428 Grand Avenue, Baldwin, New York. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8:30, meaning be there before the show starts because that's
Period.
mad rude. Right.
Yeah.
So when people come in late, do they become the target of the person on stage?
Well, it depends on the comedian, you know. But I mean, I would say, yeah, it depends on the comedian and like what they're talking about. So, but I mean, if you're coming late, so you just know that you're subjecting yourself to possibly being the content.
Well, didn't I know that's mad funny? That's what they get for being late. Be on time.
Exactly.
Oh,
oops, sorry.
it's
My phone fell. I'm here. Hold on.
All right. Let me. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So tell. Oh wait. Oh. All right. So tell the people a little bit about you.
Okay.
Look,
so
we both going to the side. Look at that. We both going to the side.
Listen,
that wasn't planned either.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Keep it all together. You know what I'm saying? I was working today, so it was real, got real crazy and hectic. So I am a Haitian American. My parents are both Haitian, so I'm 100% Haitian. My actual name is not Mezzy, it's Metzline. My full name is Metzline Desravines. Yeah, take a minute with that. Digest it. Hold it. It sits in the palate. It wasn't. I moved to Long Island, and my second grade teacher, she was like, "Listen, no one's calling you that, so I'm gonna call you Mezzy." I was like, "That's a stupid name," and now everyone calls me Mezzy. So there it goes.
Yeah. If like everybody calls me Funky, sounds nothing like Kanitha. Nothing. So, but if it sticks, right?
It really did stick because when I saved your number, the first thing I said was Bunky.
All right, but let's tell everybody a little bit about you. Yeah. Okay, we got past the second grade. I love Mezzy, by the way.
Thank you. It's so cute. I'm like Mezzy, like the mezzanine. No, so I was born in Queens, and I was raised in Long Island. I went to private school my whole life. Shout out to my mom in heaven. She's holding it down. She literally got me and my brother through private school by herself. So wow. I went to private school until high school. And then after that, I went to Nassau in New York. I went to actually an all-black elementary school. Some of my best friends I still am really close with come from that school, which is amazing.
Was that the private school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there's black private schools, baby. Okay, we be black and we be private. Okay, we got this money. All right. That's the thing that Long Island taught me is like black people got money. I like this.
My aunt that I had put up Marianne Hinton that's watching. They live in Long Island. They're Long Islanders. My Aunt Mary, I had put she put a comment up and I put it up. And so when you mentioned Long Island, can you hear me?
I'm listening to you, yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you mentioned Long Island, it's like right when I popped up her comment, because I'll share comments that people say. And I was like, would you look at that? Look at God, look at that.
You see? But it's so crazy because it's like, I'm a Queens girl. Now I'm back living in Queens and like, it feels right to be back in Queens. I don't, so it's like my family, they don't like to acknowledge that I'm a Queens girl. My friends are also haters, but I am a Queens girl. I'm from the boroughs. I get on the subways and stuff. It's very crazy. Like I be tussling with the rats. I be like, ooh, you better I be tussling with you, rat. Yeah. That's
When did you? Okay, so how long were you in Long Island for you not to be considered a Queens girl? How long were you there?
So I moved from Long Island when I was 8. I mean, I moved from Queens when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
So I was there from 8 to 28. Yikes! Don't watch that. Don't watch that. I'm a Queens girl. Watch me. Okay.
Okay. So I don't know.
But no, let me tell you. Let me break it down why I am a Queens girl. Because foundationally, my 8 years, like when you learn you learn your vocabulary, the people you're around, right? And then the next, now I'm in my formative years, my grown years, and I'm still in Queens. It's just these are the most important times. All that middle stuff is fluff, really.
Oh, okay, so that's okay. All right, I'll take your word for it. I don't know. I don't know. I think I've been to Queens once. I think I've been there one time. A drive through.
Where are you from again?
I'm from Sullivan County.
Right.
Remember?
And I'm gonna be honest. I think most people from Long Island have never been to Sullivan County once. So we probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, especially right. You sing like the mountains and the curves and the
Oh God.
animals and yeah, I love it. I'd rather be here. That's just me. All
That's
right.
good. That's good. I
I
like to be
couldn't
with the
do this.
rats and the burrows, but that's just we got our purposes, babe.
We do. We do.
They're kind of
Now,
cute though. But you know what? We'll talk about that a different day.
what the rats?
A little bit. Okay, I have one rat that was he was like he looked at me. I was like, oh, you kind of cute there. You crazy rat. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Yeah. Listen. See, okay. For people that don't know, for people that don't know, I met Mezzy on the scene of on when we were doing She Ain't You.
Yes.
And I was like, she is funny for no reason, not knowing at the time that you were a comedian,
Oh
right?
right.
I didn't know. And the first time I saw you was I was watching the Journey podcast, because you're a part of the Journey podcast with
I,
Niaja. And she knows a lot of people, I guess, because of her singing. And how do you connect? How did you two get connected? Let's talk about how
so
you got on the journey.
yeah. So you know what? Like I'm so blessed. Like I said, I have friendships that span 22 years. I have really great, amazing people that just push me every day. So there's this guy, his name is Dida. My best
Did
friend,
I?
Dida. His name is
Did
well,
I?
his name is Jay Dida. I'm gonna just call him Dida because I think that's
Did
what
I?
we all call him. Whatever. I
Okay.
don't care.
All
So
right.
my friend was going. This was like 10 years ago. My friend wanted to
Okay.
be a host of a show. It was like an R&B contest that never fell through. And I met Dida. I don't know why we connected, but we just connected. We were just like, yeah, okay, cool. And so through the years, he's supported my comedy shows. He's come like out east. He's come out and just always. So he actually became a manager for Niaja. And
Okay.
he was like, Mezzy, I need you to do something for me. I want you to meet this girl. I'm like, anything for you. Like, I don't even care. He would have told it would have been anybody. I was like, for him, I'll do it, And it
Okay.
just ended up being Niaja, and she's amazing. We actually right now are on a little pause because we're really working right now on our careers, but we'll definitely have some new episodes coming out with the Journey podcast very soon. So
Okay. So for you guys, that's on you. She's on YouTube. I don't know what other
yes,
platform for the Journey platform. For those that don't know, not everybody knows who Niaja Chanel is. I mean, like, well, maybe they don't. She was on my show. If not, go back look at that tea time. Niaja was on last year. She was on last year. Um, were you always this funny? Were you like the class clown? Did the comedy, where did it come from? Because that was my first impression of you. I'm like, this girl is funny and not even doing anything. Like, she's crazy. Like, so where did that
that's
come
so fun.
from?
So it's so funny. Said was I always funny because I used to be so like I was so self-conscious of people laughing at me, but I would do so when I was in Queens, I was in a private school, like I said, I was black. So it was a little ghetto, okay. We didn't have a lunchroom. So our lunchroom was in our classroom.
Okay.
So instead of us just sitting there and doing nothing, I would like get up on in front of it and like I didn't at the time I guess it was like stand up. But it was just like because in Queens they just made me feel like who I was, like who I was meant to be. And then when I moved to Long Island, the girls were really like, "Oh my God, ooh, she might be gay." I was like, "Not, I might be gay. I just
What?
moved. Why would you call me gay?"
You were a little
I
girl.
can't even believe they knew that word in 1997. They called me gay. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was like, "What does that even mean? What?" Yeah, it was crazy.
Mm,
So from there, I kind of reserved myself because I was like, they're laughing at me, like they're not gonna. So I stopped doing stuff like that for a long time. But I'm always
mhm.
laughing. I'm always loud, so it doesn't matter. My third grade teacher was like, his name is Mr. Izzo. I'll never forget that. He was like, I can't wait for you to be on a stage somewhere. And I was like, what? No, not me, Mr. Izzo. You crazy.
Mr. Izzo.
Mr. It and we said like Ace to the Izzo. Mad cool. But yeah, so from there, I feel like I've always kind of had this in me. And
Mhm.
it wasn't until one of my best friend, who actually the one that I met Dida with, she moved to California, and I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like people laugh at me. Like, they don't laugh at me. They be laughing with me sometimes. I really feel like it. Like, I really. And she's like, well, why don't you start writing jokes down? So I was like, okay.
Mhm.
So I started writing some jokes down, just what I thought was funny. And I kept telling her about it. I was like, oh, I just wrote this great joke down. And like 9 months later, she had moved to California, and it was my birthday, so I was like, let me just go out there. And I went out there, and she's like, oh, by the way, today you're gonna go and you're gonna perform. You're gonna do a set. I was like, what? No, I'm
So
not ready.
you
I'm not
weren't
ready. No
ready.
way. She's like, you're ready. And I went on. And honestly, like, I feel like I don't know that everybody gets to know what they're put on this earth for, but like in
Right.
that moment I was like, yo, this, like, I don't know what capacity I'm gonna be doing, but like
Right.
this
You
is
knew
where
that was your calling.
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it is. Because you are carrying them boxes. You made them boxes look funny. I ain't even gonna lie.
Listen, okay, them boxes was carried. Okay, I
Them
did the job.
no, you did. Did you delivered the whole scene? You
Period.
delivered it. You delivered it. Um. Now, when did you decide to take this comedy thing seriously? Like, when did you realize, okay, I have something here?
That's a really good question. So I started 6 years ago, but I was in radio. So I was like, I'm gonna be a radio personality. I'm gonna be a big star. I don't need comedy. Boo.
You're gonna be a Wendy Williams.
I was gonna be Wendy Williams, boo. But what had happened was like the people didn't think I was gonna be Wendy Williams, so I got fired. It was like, whoa, how you gonna fire Wendy? You can't fire Wendy.
Yeah, fine.
I got something for them. One day I'm gonna have something.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
But so then after that, the pandemic happened, and I was just like, okay. But after the pandemic, and then before the pandemic, I had lost my mom. Then the pandemic happened.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm sorry. So sorry.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Oh, don't. Sorry, I gotta fix it. And so from there, I was just like, and my mom, she is like, I get that from her. She's loud, she's out there, she's funny, So it's like, for me, it was like a no-brainer that I had to, like, now I have a gift. I don't have radio distracting me. I got to take this seriously. So for me, to be honest, I feel like in this last year is when I was really like, nah, I'm really about to take this. Like, I'm really gonna, like, I'm really funny. Like,
When you're confident. You're confident.
yeah. Well, you know what it is? It was like, I've done like over 100 shows. So for me,
Oh,
like,
wow.
I'm a Virgo, so I'm like a perfectionist. I have to go through 100 shows of laughter, even though I did do a couple shows that weren't, weren't the best. I'm an honest person. I ain't gonna lie to you, boo.
Nope.
One of them days, somebody almost booed me. I said, hold up, I will beat you. But it took that for me to be like, you know what? I'm gonna take this seriously. So now I'm like, I wanna, that's why I even met with Stephanie. The universe is so divine. God is so good. But
Ain't it though? Ain't it though?
he
Yes,
absolutely
he is. Yes, he is.
Okay, so I ended up meeting Stephanie, and it was just like, honestly, it just makes sense. Like, I was kind of talking about, like, because I want to do comedy, but I also want to kind of get into acting to keep promoting my comedy, right? To keep doing more with my comedy, to push it past a level that, like, I couldn't even imagine, And so,
But for those that don't know, Stephanie is Greenby Production. Lila
yes.
Steph Lila. Steph Lila. Lila Steph. I be forget which productions. Lila is her mom. I knew her mom my
Oh,
whole life. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um, Steph is my cousin.
is she really? I didn't know that. Oh my God, look at us finding out stuff.
Professional. That's professionalism. Yeah, so I want to mention that because you have something going on that you mentioned in my last podcast that you were on. You were doing something, but before we get to whatever it is, I mean, like, if you want to talk about it a little bit, but are you filming now? Are you filming also?
No, I'm not filming. You mean what I'm working on?
Yeah. So you're not in that film with Niasia. This one coming up.
No, I'm not in
I
that.
thought you were in that one. Okay. All right.
Yeah. No. Yeah, so because right now I'm like kind of focusing on, like, so when I met Steph, we did the show. She came on as a guest, and she was just telling us what she does and how she provides platforms for people, and if people want to, like, actually, if they have an idea, they should bring it to her. And I was like, well, I really do have an idea. And a lot of times people are like, I have an idea, and you're like, but I have been I'm telling you, like, I'm not even the most religious person. But it's like when God does stuff for you, you just gotta be like, thank you, okay?
Oh,
Because I was talking
yeah.
about it. I was talking about it for like the last, like, and since January. I was like, you know what? I think I want to write this series about loosely based on my life because my life is a hot mess joke. Okay, girl.
Hot mess.
So so I was just like, I really want to write this. I want to write, but I don't know. Like, what if I write it? What am I gonna do after that? So for the fact that I met Steph, like it just put everything together because then she basically gave me the power to be like, all right, now I'm gonna write this. So I wrote the first 2 episodes. We're not gonna start filming until next year because she has a lot of she has like a whole film production for the rest of the year.
Yes, she got. Okay.
And also for me, like I also want to get my cast together. This is my baby. It's my first, and this is loosely based on my life. I'm starring in it. How conceited? I mean, really. But I you
Who
know, I
can
was
do
like,
you better than you? Nobody.
I mean, right?
Right.
I already got a casted a mini Mezzy. I got like a middle aged. So it's like there's different, so it's a lot of things that go into it. I have to. Only thing I need to do now is solidify like the background cast because I pretty much have the main cast down. Solidify the places and fly Stephanie out. Come on down, girl. Come on down.
Well, I wish you much luck with this because it's about your life and yeah, it is your baby. It's personal and you got to protect it. You got to protect your dream.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I can't wait to see. I know there's gonna be some parts that's hilarious, but there's probably gonna be some parts that aren't funny because I mean, like you laugh and you can make a joke out of it. But like that period when those kids were bullying you, that's a trauma which you
Yeah, of
use
course.
now. Like, yeah, so it helped build your comedy a little bit.
Absolutely. Like I feel like if my life was easier, then I wouldn't have it to be a comedian. Like honestly, it's the trials and tribulations that I could sit back and laugh at. Like the first time I was able to talk about my mom's death on stage, I was like, but it was like I needed that. Like, and
Right.
it's like, it's like therapy for me
Right.
to be talking to people, to connect with people. There's people that come to me after the show and they're like, oh man, my mom passed. And so for me, I feel like, things happen to me for a reason. I feel like there's a purpose. My life serves a purpose, even if it's bad or good, whatever happens to me, like it serves a purpose for the greater good.
Right. Yeah, we all go through that, and I'm learning that now. Oh, by the way, happy belated birthday,
Thank you.
31.
Like I
I,
did a lot of birthday celebrate. It was too much. Like I know y'all love me, but like chill out.
I was watching. You had a lot going on.
Yes.
You had a lot going on.
You
You
know what? I
do.
like my friends moved all around, so like I just hop on each friend and I'm like, oh, let's do something for my birthday, you crazy girl. I love it.
Are you always like that? Because your job, you do recreation, right? You
So
do
I'm a
recreation.
recreation
So
director.
it totally fits with who you are.
But I got into recreation by accident. I
Mhm.
was working in the radio and like I needed more money because like I like to shop and be cute or whatever. So I was like, let me go and get another job. My mom worked at a nursing home for basically her whole life, my whole life, right? So
Uh-huh.
she would bring me there and I would connect with the residents. I'm like, these people are cool.
Yeah.
So I went on Indeed and I typed in nursing home. Swear to nursing home. That's it. And it was like, are you fun and outgoing? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Ooh, that's great. And it was like, well, join recreation. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but we lit. And
We lit in the old
I
folks'
got the
home.
job. I got fired from that job because of haters. Haters gonna hate. You know what I mean? You
Haters
gotta be
gonna
honest.
hate. Yeah, gotta appreciate them because they
But it
push
put
you
me in a.
up.
But you know what? I'm so grateful for those haters because if
Mhm,
it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have went to the other location that I went to. I wouldn't have got
mhm.
promoted to be a director, and I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what their job is. Haters' job is, and they don't even realize it.
they don't
They
realize.
don't even realize it. When I was little, they used to say things like, "Don't let the devil use you," and the haters, instead of calling people haters, they'll be like, "Don't let the devil use you," and they let him use them, and they think they're doing underhanded stuff to hurt you. It hurts for a minute. It hurts for a minute, but then, like you said, look at you now. Like, And they probably still doing the same thing they was doing,
Oh, girl,
still
yeah, that
miserable.
specific woman is still in the same job, and it's pathetic. Girl, you're sad. You're sad. You're sad. You're mad. You're mad. I'm sorry. I'm done.
No, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Now you had came up, you mentioned it, to Newburgh. How did that go?
Oh my God, that was a great show. So it was actually oh my God, everything points back to my one of my good friends, but it was my good friend who got me into comedy.
Mhm,
Her roommate, she went to Albany, University of Albany. Her
mhm.
roommate actually reached out to me because she actually that was her whole. She owns it. She owns it's like a Leaf Love. It's called Leaf Love Cafe in Newburgh. It's beautiful. If you guys live around Newburgh, go check it out. It's open
It's
seven
on the
days a week.
waterfront.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's
Yeah,
so pretty.
it's really nice down there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. And it went really well. I mean, for me, like traveling for comedy is a great thing because it just always is always an opportunity to meet people outside of my bubble,
Mhm.
to grow my audience, right? To be able to say like, so that's something that I want to this like that's my goal for this next year to just go as many new places as possible. Just keep going, like
Do
to
you
keep
have a
spreading it.
traveling companion or something? Do you have anybody that travels with you? Because you're driving from Queens all the way up here, and the shows start at like 8:39 or whatever. Like your shows be starting when I'm getting ready to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? It's like really, like it really does. So it's like, do you have somebody to travel with you, especially afterwards? To talk to
so
you, keep you up.
So a lot of the times I try to get like one of my friends to come with me for those kind of things.
Uh-huh.
But like, listen, if life happens and no one can come with me, I gotta do it. Like
Right.
that's just like that's life. So like when I went to Newburgh, I had my friend come with me. When I do the shows in Pennsylvania, I usually bring other comedians that are on the show with me, so it's not bad. Um, but life happens. Like listen, if I have to go and thug it out by myself, I will. Cause like being on my own now, living in Queens, is I travel all the time by myself to do my shows. I'll go all night just by myself. I mean, I got mace, so don't get crazy, okay? What's your time?
And you're from Queens, so y'all not scared
Period.
of y'all not scared of nothing. Let
Queens
me
get you.
ask you, what is up with the roller skates?
Ooh,
What
I love
is
them.
it? I see that.
Okay, but they don't love me back though, because I didn't post this part. So I went roller skating for my birthday. I was like, ooh, in Central Park. I'm like, ooh, I'm so cute and I'm young. But what had happened was I'm not
I'm
young.
cute and I'm young.
So I bruised I like got it on my pinky toe. I got a cut on my ankle. I got a cut on my side foot. I got a bruise, but I'm too black for you to see the bruise. But it's on the top of my foot. Oh, I don't think I can roller skate for a long time. But
Is it because they were new or
well, no, those are not new. I just went to Central Park and rented them.
they
So
weren't
those
your skates? Okay. They weren't the
probably because
skates
they
that
were.
matched the nails.
Yeah, no, that was very crusty, very crusty.
They-
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
the nails, the ones I have them at work, because you know what, my residents love to see me twirl around. They're cute.
You be roller skating at work?
Oh God. Okay, so let me sidebar. I get paid my job as a recreation director. I get paid to be Mezzy. That's it. They don't ask me to do much but be Mezzy. So if I want to if I roller skate all day, they're like, "Go for it, you crazy girl. You're crazy." No, my residents are the best. Like I have although I know at one point I'm gonna just have to like hone down, focus on comedy. But I'm so blessed that I'm in a position and in a job where I get so much back. They give me
Mhm.
so much love, like, and I know that I need it because I don't have a mom or whatever. But they get unconditional love, and
Yeah.
like they'll call me, and people go like, "Why would you let them call you?" I'm like, "Because I love them."
Right. No, I
They're really
get it.
cute. Um, but that's what I mean. Like I can practice some of my sets sometimes. They don't even realize I'm practicing on them. They just be cracking up. I'm like, I'm gonna write that down. Great, love it, love it, love it. You know. So it's everything. Like, and then they're like, you should add that to your comedy set. Oh my god. Oh, they're like my biggest fans. They're so good. Like,
So you
I
have an
cannot
audience
ask.
all the time.
Hmm?
You always have an audience.
Oh, you
Always.
know what? I never thought of that, but every time.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when I started my job, they have like 4 stages in the back. So I put stages everywhere. So anytime I'm talking, I'm on a stage. I'm like, yeah, and she crazy girl. Like that, yeah, that's what you crazy girl. You crazy. And she old. I be calling them old. They know they old. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, do they get offended when you call them
Oh,
old?
maybe
Like,
with somebody else, not when I call them old. it's
Oh,
me.
okay. Okay. All right. Oh Lord. How long, like when you do a set, that's what they're called, right? Sets?
Yeah.
Okay. How long normally does a set have to be? Like how does that work?
So I mean, for me, so here's it's so crazy. So a set is usually like 8 minutes. That's like your regular set. If you want to get past at a club, like if you want to get like start making a little bit of money and become more professional, you need to pass a 5 minute audition, which is the hardest thing for me because obviously I'm a talker. Like I like to do 20-minute sets, 30-minute set. I love that. 20 minutes. If you can give me 20 minutes for every set, I'm good. That's perfect.
Uh-huh.
Cause I can keep talking. I can talk about my week. I can talk about my family, my friends. I got a long list of people.
So the audition though, do you have to narrow it down to like 5 minutes and stop or like rapid,
5 minutes clear. If you go over 5 minutes, you lost like automatically you're out of the audition.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is hard because and most people are like, oh my God, 5 minutes is so long. But when you're used to talking on stage, 5 minutes is like
Right.
we've been talking for 30 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, it goes. I tell people all the time that come on, I tell them I'm like the first 5 minutes. After you get through the first 5 minutes, the rest is gonna fly by, and they don't
Yeah.
believe it until I'm like, okay, it's about time to wrap it up. And they're like, oh my god, that went so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. Okay, so
That's what I love. So for the most part, when I go to places though, especially people that know me, they'll be like, all
mhm,
right, man, you get 8 minutes, which means like I get like 12. You know what I mean? Like
uh-huh,
12. You know, I like to talk. And then like if I have a good crowd, I can't help it. I love crowds that are good to
mhm,
me. So I feed off of them. And then there's
right.
like,
I saw that, and that's why I'm like, people really need to go to your Instagram because you can really see like your interaction with the crowds and stuff. And like that one, it reminded me of your birthday that made me say happy birthday because this one girl, she said something to you and you instantly she said something about your skin. And it just came out, I'm black. I was like, yes.
no, because you know what? Because I'm 31, right? And I feel like I need to tell people that because, like,
You
look
know,
at me. Like, do you see the skin? Bing, 31. Okay. So she's like 21, and I'm like, girl, you are so young. Like, and I was like, I'm 31. She's like, oh my God, what do you
yeah,
use? I said, black.
yeah,
I'm black.
yeah,
That's what I use. I'm extra black, black,
yeah.
black with black, black. Baby, you can't copy that.
No, 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 you can't. You can't. I get that
No.
don't believe in I'm 52. Oh yeah. I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know,
But
it's
see, that's
it's
what I'm saying. We proud to say our age because it's like
yeah,
you look great.
well, thank you. But you feel it. Okay. You don't look 31, but you probably feel it a little bit more than
Girl,
you
did
did
I
at
tell you I got
21.
bruises on my feet that you can't see because I'm black? Did you forget
Right.
that? Did you forget?
No, I didn't forget.
You
I
forgot
didn't,
it. She
no,
forgot.
I didn't forget. I know
Because
I didn't.
it's still there too. That's the way it's been a week and it's still there. Oh,
Did you
yeah, I feel it.
fall or something? Like, was there a
You know what?
fungus?
Also, I should preface it by saying I drank a whole lot.
Oh, so you were a little tipsy.
I don't even remember. I was like, ooh, this is fun. And then I got home and I had cuts on my feet. I was like, this is not fun.
Is that when you had the afro?
No, I had my hair out. No, I'm
Okay,
gonna
no,
bring
there
back.
was
My
one.
afro's coming back after I get the. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do the European look for a little bit. I gotta let people know that I could do all the versatilities.
Right. No, I know it was an afro wig. There was a picture, video of you skating. You had on a short skirt. Did you have an afro? I don't
Well,
know
yeah,
when
no,
the
that was
video
my
was.
hair though.
Okay. So what? Yeah, the afro.
Yeah, that's my
Would you
hair. The
rock it?
afro.
So would you rock it? Well, yeah, all of ours is once we let it go, it's
That's
all of
what I'm
our
saying.
hair. Would you rock the afro
Oh, I
at
rock my
work?
afro all the time.
Okay.
Oh
Because
yeah,
there's some
I'm
people
all
that
about
are
rocking
just
my. You know what it is? Like I think, and this is gonna be crazy. I just gotta randomly say this because I really don't want to give this guy no credit. But I was dating a white guy. What? What? Whoa! Not gonna claim that guy.
what?
But
Whoa.
he,
Okay. All right.
yeah, that was. But he was like, you know what? You're a queen. Why do you keep wearing those things on your head? I was like, not philosophical white man. Okay, you know what? The white boy got me together. I had to take the wig off. All right, put the wig down. All right, you know. So I try not to wear wigs. I wear like tracks or whatever, but I can't wear
Mhm.
removable pieces. It just
Wow. Shout out to him.
no. We're not shouting him out, sis. We don't
No,
do
no
that.
shout. No.
No.
Well, But he made you start wearing your natural, right?
Absolutely, yes. Shout out to
Right. So,
me. Shout out to me.
but
Okay.
yeah, okay. Okay, so no shout out to him. No shout
Nah,
out to him.
he's a dub. He's a dub.
He's a dub. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, no shout out to him. He's over it.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Moral of the story: don't wait for a white man to tell you to embrace your hair. Embrace your hair. Without him,
I don't even know what to say about that. Yeah, yeah, no, I don't even.
that was a lot.
Yeah, you just stumped me. I didn't even know what to
Oh,
say.
that's
I don't
good.
even know.
See that, but I'm usually good like that. I could always kind
Yeah,
of stick
like
a little bit.
yeah, because that's crazy. I mean, like I've had the oh your hair is that. Can I touch it? Or oh you can you hear the stupid stuff like that, but I've never heard of somebody saying, well, "Why don't you not
Raised.
embrace?" Yeah, but
Yeah, no, he was
yeah,
like,
that's.
take that thing off of your head. I'm like, not that thing. It was very rude.
Did you think it was
But
rude? Was he
did I
being
think?
mean? Yeah, was he being mean?
I mean, I'm a black woman. You always being mean when you talking about my damn hair that's attached to my damn
Yeah,
head. What
but,
the hell you talking about? What the hell you talking about, Bunky? You're damn right, Bunky.
but
How you
no,
gonna tell? First of all, as a black woman, you gotta act like that's not even a wig. You gotta act like that's my hair. You gonna act like that was a wig? Oh,
but wait. What I mean is, this is a guy you were dating, right? You were
yes.
dating him, right? So that's what I mean. Like when he said it, he wasn't being mean, right?
I mean, the jury's still out. He's white, but no. But honestly, I think he was doing it for the betterment. I mean, like, but you know, I don't know.
No,
I feel like he also wanted me to look crazy because that was when I had first. When this was before natural was cool.
right.
So when I went natural, I was looking very negroid. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like the curls was extra tight to my head. It was like,
but
oh, she going through some.
he probably loved it though. He
I'm sure he
probably
did.
loved it.
He probably did because ain't nobody else was looking at me. So he was like, yeah, I like that. I like
To,
that.
in
That's
your
my girl.
mind's eye, in your mind's eye, because your personality and everything, you draw attention. Your personality, you're like a magnet. You really are. So if that helps a little bit, like I don't didn't seem like he was being he wanted you for himself. And in your eyes, you were a queen. Like there's just so much I can
All right,
say.
we're not bigging him up because we only
No,
lasted
we're not. Yeah,
like
we're
3 weeks.
not.
It was
No, we're
bad.
not.
It was
Yeah. Oh,
bad.
it was
It was
only
terrible.
3 weeks. Oh, okay. So
All
no,
right, maybe
no.
not 3, but it was like 2 months. And then he was like, we should be friends. I said, you know I don't like you as no friend. Stupid. Oh, I hate him.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna leave him. We're gonna
We're gonna
leave.
leave him. Okay, good.
We're
I hope he's
gonna
not
leave him.
tuned in. That would be mad awkward. But it's like, you know who you are. You're very whack. You're whack. You're whack. And you look ugly. I recently went on his Facebook page. He looks crazy. Okay, babe. Babe, do better. You got to eat some more. You know what I mean? I just had to say that. All right, I'm done.
Like, oh,
Well, Bunky, listen, I don't really get to talk about this kind of stuff. So when I got to talk about it, I got to talk about it, Bunky. You know, it's so crazy. I was reading something about Virgos and it says we're very shy and reserved. I'm the opposite. I'm very open. Like I'm open and honest. So it's like, if it's on my head, I got to say it.
so that energy that you just had, right? Was that like the energy in She Ain't You in the movie She Ain't You when you was playing that best friend talking to the?
Whoa, she ain't
Was
you.
that
Let me
that
tell you something
energy?
about she ain't you. I was able to embody it. Yo, when she sent me that script, I didn't even, and ask Stephanie, after, I didn't even have to look at my lines because this was who I am. I am that friend that's like, girl, because you already said you wasn't going to bid to him, and now you're going to bid. Oh, girl. Oh, sick. I actually had one of my friends call me about and she's like, I'm going to just go and talk to him. I'm like, girl. Had to pull out the whole She Ain't You lyric or the whole line. Girl. Had to pull out my script. Like, hold up, girl. You ain't serious right now, girl.
I cannot wait. I mean, I really, truly cannot wait until it's out so I can see y'all scene in the car. Because I'm like, what was when y'all kept driving and I'm like, what is going on in that car? I just wanted to know.
No, she had to get every angle. She was getting all the angles. I was like, okay,
Right,
all right.
right. And I know it was funny just by the way you carried on that short court scene. I was like, this is her. This is really her. I knew it was really you with a friend. Like you really
Oh,
embodied
definitely.
that thing.
100%. 100%.
I
That's
think
why I
we
was like,
all
this is the perfect character for me. Thank you. Like, Thank you. Because I am definitely that friend that's like, no, do not be with that guy. Because you know what? It's like, why, girl? You already know, that's not a good choice. We all been through it. All us women,
Yeah,
been
everybody has gone through it. Yeah.
every man, so it's just like I know I'm speaking from experience. It's better to walk away than stay in that toxicity, like, and bring your friends into it. And
Yeah,
I'm
because
moving. I
now,
have to move locations. My phone is about to die. But go ahead. Yep.
yeah, it's like you because you're going through a situation, you tell your friends all about it, and then when you break up with him, and then he's talking to you and talking all sweet, and you're like, no, I'll give him a second chance. Your friends already know
All about it, and now they're
all the
judging
tea. Yeah,
you. Oh, girl, it's
right.
terrible. I
Wow.
look real skinny from that angle. Let's just flip it. Let's flip it.
Well,
Cause I look too skinny from that angle. Yeah, I was giving egghead. It was giving egghead. You know what I'm saying? So let's just try it from
no,
this
you
angle.
were. You're just thin anyway.
It's so crazy when I take pictures. I'm like, oh my god. But I'm like, girl, I'm probably look so hot. Then I see the picture and it's like, who's the string bean?
You are really thin. You're really
Like,
thin.
yeah, it's very not cute. It's very not cute. But it gives cute sometimes.
Look, when you get a little older, you'll get some weight. Because forever, after 3 kids, after my third son, I was still a size 3.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, I didn't start gaining weight until like my mid to late 30s, and now it's like I got to go back and forth, back and forth, But yeah, so this is just who you are. Embrace it. People would
Oh
kill
yeah,
to be you.
girl. I'm not one of those skinny people like, oh my god, I'm like trying to eat more. Like, baby. Don't worry. I don't feel bad for my flat stomach. Don't feel bad. Okay, we good.
Lord, I wish I had one. What do you see for Mezzy? Like, what is it that you down 5 years down the road, 10 years? Let's give it 10 because you're writing this. What do you see for you? Where do you see you?
So, I mean, it's so crazy. Like, through those 10 years, I see me going for certain shows for comedy and ad-libbing, because that's what I really want to do. I want to do improv soon. So I'm going to start doing improv because I want to kind of get into like comedy and ad-libbing. I want to definitely do some comedy specials. So I want to definitely at least get in the 10 years. I want to at least have 2 comedy specials that, like, one that definitely gets picked up, 2 that I, the second one I'll still be working on, but I definitely want to get a comedy special out there to be promoted, to have my people support it, and then to promote it for a platform like Netflix or something like that would be amazing. And then to also kind of invest, because I'm a business major. So like, I also want to invest in a lot of different companies, like Black owned companies. Because for me, it's like, you literally have to have 100 plans to make 100. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I'm from New York. We can't just be like, oh yeah, I want to do that. So I'm very blessed that in recreation where I work now I'm blessed because it's a job that is really meant for me. It's a corporate job. I'm not going to say that I want to stay in corporate, but like a lot of comedians have to struggle a lot more than I am right now. But there is going to become a time where I have to make a decision, which is like,
that's going to be hard.
Very hard because I have residents here that depend on me. I have families that depend on me, so it's a lot. But
well, I know how that goes working in the human service field, but there's going to come a time, like you said, it's going to come a time where you have to choose you. You're going to have that crossroad. But don't stress yourself out right now. You know what I can see you doing? I can see you doing a voiceover for a cartoon. I just can.
You know what, Bunky? That's so crazy you say that. That was actually one of my biggest dreams, because you're ready for my accent? You're not even ready for this, okay? You're not even ready. No, because when I was younger, I used to be very obsessed with Harry Potter, right? So I would literally sit there and watch it all the time because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be in Harry Potter. And that was me. So I was like, I'm going to be the only Black person in Harry Potter. So then I was like, I got to do it. But I never went for it because I didn't really know if I could do it, It's kind of, but I am going to do it one day. But no one really knows I can talk like this, They're like, what? I say it sometimes, It's crazy, I know. But it's like crazy,
Wow, that was really good. That was like, if I would have closed my eyes, I would not have known that was you.
Yeah, I know. It's really good.
Girl, you better look into that. Can you do a hood English?
A hood English. I don't really know what I really don't know what. See, I can do like an Australian, like oh my god. Okay, ready. Okay, so this is wild. All right, you got to understand. All right, this is getting crazy. We're in the hood. All right, if you get close to the crackhead, it might bite. Let's get closer. That's the only thing. I used to do like the nanny. Like if I hear it enough, I can kind of do it.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. I see you doing it. I see you doing a
Done.
voiceover.
I'm doing
Yes.
it.
You got to speak it in existence. I
Yes.
see it. Oh my girl, the sky is the limit for
The
you. And
sky
you're
is the
so
limit.
young. And you
Yeah.
are young. You're only 31. And wow, look at God.
Look at you see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like everything for me, like although like a lot of things in my life I feel like are hard and a lot of people would not be able to get past it and still do what I do. Like that's what makes me so special is that I am still doing what I do and I still have a smile on my face despite what I've been through. Like, nobody would even think when I tell you my story, you wouldn't even think like you're like, what? Like how did you go through all this and you're still happy? But that was the thing about my mom. Like she always smiled. She lived her day. She lived her life so good that for me, when she died, I was like, I don't even live to regret for her because anything she wanted to do, she did it. And that's me. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. That's it. I live with no regrets.
Oh wow. Well, look at that legacy.
Yeah.
All of that talking to you. Didn't mention kids in a family.
Kids, who has kids?
You didn't mention that in your picture. You're like, who? I'm talking about you didn't mention kids.
Oh, kids. So
Yeah.
I just got out of a 5-year relationship, which is like, this is the first time I'm ever even talking about it, like publicly anywhere. But, so it's like, and like,
not that everybody has to have kids. Everybody doesn't have to have kids. Some people are better aunties because I saw your skit with your two nieces.
Oh, I love my nieces. I love my nephew. I love you. Yeah, I'm a godmother. I do want kids if God wants that for me. Like if I'm gonna meet somebody because like I'm somebody who like I have a lot of love to give, but like I want to be in a space where I'm in a happy, situation. So like if it's not meant for me, I can't force it. Like God knows that. Like God knows.
Some people are better aunties, godmommies, cousins. Some people are better at that than being, some people don't need to have that role. Like
let me say, I would be a damn good mama.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that. I'm sure you would be the bomb
yeah,
mom.
I just can't do the baby daddy drama. Like he's leaving me. Ugh.
Why you got to be leaving? It could be a good, solid
relationship. It could be. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
When it is good, I'll be there. You're gonna see me. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm getting pregnant. But I'm not like that type of person. Like, it's so crazy because my life is. I've always thought like where my mom always put my head in because she was a single mother. Like I didn't really think about like men or marriage. Yeah. I thought about like my careers. I didn't think about comedy as a serious career because I'm Haitian and my mom actually believed more in my comedy than I did because I was like, but like what job could I have with this? Like what could I really? She's like, you should get a manager. I'm like, she said that at like 23. I was like, that's dumb. Nobody gets a manager for comedy. Like. So she's always believed in me. So that's why I feel like a lot of the opportunities I get is because of her. Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to your mom. She spoke it over you.
She did.
She spoke it over you. Wow.
I'm blessed.
Yeah, you are blessed and highly favored because you keep having these doors opening for you that you don't. That's what happens where a door seems to be shut. Gotta open it. Boom. There you go. And then standing right behind that door is a Steph. Biggest day. You didn't even see Stephanie coming. And she was like, boom, here I am.
There it is.
Yeah. And she has so many connections to help you get to where, you want to be. Like she knows all these people.
Absolutely.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy you got to meet her.
Yeah, no, I think the best thing too is just like when we connect as Black women, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it's just a different
uplifting
because we know how hard it is to like what we've even had to go through to be here and to be so resilient and stand on your 2 feet, it's definitely and that's what I'm saying. People like when they first meet me, they're like, oh, they see me and they're like, oh, she's young, but then they'll talk to me and they're like, oh, okay, you have a little bit of wisdom there, because I've been through hell and back. Okay. Hell looks good on me. Don't worry, baby.
most comedians, from what I've seen, have gone through a lot.
Yes,
When
definitely.
you hear their backstories and stuff, that comedy comes from pain. There was some pain in there,
Yep.
and those little horrible Long Islanders, little monsters. Yeah,
Monster.
but you know what? But look at you now, and I hope one of them, one of your tormentors, kids are the worst.
They're terrible.
Kids are
How could
terrible.
they even
That's
know what gay meant in second grade, 1997 is crazy to me.
because their parents. Somebody said something. They heard the
Yeah, I don't know.
conversation. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't.
now that I think about it, they probably were raised in a terrible household.
Yeah,
That's
they
probably
were, because I had no idea, and I was around it and didn't know it until I was much older. I'm like, wait a minute, and the people are like, you didn't know? No, I was a little kid because nobody talked about it. So them little monster kids. Somebody in their house went through
yeah.
that.
Those kids was. I mean, like a lot of and all those girls that were like, I don't talk to any of those girls, obviously. But like it made me so much stronger because it's like the things they teased me for. I went to an all black school. They teased me because I was too black, right? I
Which
was too
is
skinny.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I'm too black, I'm too skinny, I spoke too white, like things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I speak well, but those are things that I embrace now. Because if I get around white people, let me tell you something, baby. Them white people be cutting the check for me, okay? They be out here like, get that black girl, get that black girl, Mezzy. You better get that book that black woman right now. I be like, you better book that black woman. They be out here fumbling the bag, okay? Because they can't switch it up. I be
right.
out here like, what you talking about, girl? And they love it when you give them a little twang, but like not too much twang. I just schooled y'all. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, twang. What is?
Like when you kind of like, girl, you better. I see you
Oh,
when you do.
okay. All right. All
They
right.
be
I
like,
got you
they be
now.
like, oh my god, you better stop it. I put you on, boo.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I
You did. I,
Like if you
I
ask any of my friends, they will literally all tell you unanimously. Like when I get around, like because I'm a schmoozer, which is something I didn't realize. Like I'm very
mm,
charismatic, so like
mhm,
I do like to make people. I could see how I can light somebody up, right? Like if I can make someone feel good. So
uh-huh.
sometimes I go, oh, like I'll look at my friend, I'm like, what is she wearing? And then she'll come up to me and she's so nice. I'm like, girl, I was just talking about that girl. Do a twirl for me, girl. You are feeling this dress. Girl, them shoes, girl, that's not Payless right there, boo. And they light up, What can I say? I was lying, but don't matter. They feel it. That's what matters. That's what matters, Bunk.
Cause she didn't know you were dissing her in the
Because she didn't
beginning.
know.
Yeah, she had no idea.
She didn't know.
She,
But
she
she
had,
should have known when I said, but them shoes ain't from Payless. She knew I meant them shoes is from Payless, boo. That was weird. When there's certain things I be saying, I'm like, I throw it out there to see if they gonna catch it. I'm throwing them shade. They just go with it. You know what I mean? Okay.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When and we're not gonna go into it, but I caught your shade throw. You didn't direct it towards me. You didn't direct it
Ooh.
towards me. But I caught your shade throw. I'll tell you another time. I caught it. I was like, "Ooh, wow, okay."
Me?
Yeah, I caught it. I caught it.
Wait, was it towards it was towards the guys?
Listen, we're not going to talk about that. We'll
Okay.
mention it, but no, I caught it.
Oh,
I
I'm
caught
good
it.
for yeah. See, I'm super good for like that, just low key shade. I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
but I make it into a joke, so it's like, is it shade? Is it?
Yeah. Nah, it was shade. It was,
Okay. Probably. If
remember, I'm
it was
older.
if it was coming out of my mouth, it was definitely shade.
Yeah, but if you're not aware of the shade, you're not going to catch it. But remember,
Mm.
I've been here a little bit longer, and I watch. And I've learned to just observe a lot. I just watch. And it's like
I'm working on not being so shady. It's
it
so
it
fun though.
it is.
It
It,
is.
it no, it really is. I know. I wasn't a mean girl. I was never a mean girl. I was always quiet and shy. But I've thrown a shade or two. I've thrown a
Yeah,
shade or
you got
two,
to.
and
It keeps you healthy. It keeps the
it
bones
does.
healthy. It keeps the bones, the blood circulating. You know what I mean? You
Sometimes you
gotta do it,
have.
bro.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it just has to be done,
Yeah.
and it's terrible, but it's funny. Terrible, but it's
Yeah. I do want a sidebar though. This is like my office. It looks crazy because I work in recreation. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I figured that. I used to work in recreation.
Oh, did you? For where?
When I used to work, they changed the name of it. It used to be called Solomon ARC.
Oh,
I used to be the recreational coordinator way back in the late 90s. Yeah, row born that. Yep, late 90s. I
oh,
did recreation, and it was so much fun
it's the
planning the
best.
parties and events, and all your job is to make people happy. But
Literally.
mine was for people with developmental disabilities, not the
Uh,
elderly. Now,
yeah,
the
the
elder,
elderly's lit because I don't work in a nursing home. I work in an assisted living, so they be banging and clanging, banging and clanging. I'll be like, oh my god, oh my god. I've
you know,
never seen so much banging and clanging in my life. It's like, yeah,
banging and huh?
banging and clanging. Come on, girl, you know what I'm talking about. These are grown adults. They banging and they
Oh,
clanging, banging
oh,
and they clanging. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, I know you wasn't right, but they be like, well, I be like, oh my god, I be saying the same thing. I'm like, oh god, yeah.
I'm a little slower sometimes. I be
You like
like
banging.
what? I was just watching that on my to my healthy life or one of them shows I be watching, and her mom is in an assisted living facility, right? For she had to live there because she's in rehab, so she had to move out of their home because it was safer, right? And she was doing an aerobic, like a recreational thing. And when you was talking about it with the elderly, I thought of her. I was like, wow, that must be so much fun. That
Yeah.
must.
I only do exercise twice a week though, because like respectfully, I have assistants. We kind of work it out together because I can't be doing too much. Okay, I'm too skinny for that. But yeah.
All right, Miss Mezzy. Right, we have 4 minutes or under. I want you to tell the people whatever you want them to know, like up and coming shows, um, any positive quotes, what you live for, what you stand by, anything you want the people to know about Mezzy.
Well, first, I would love for you guys to follow me on my Instagram at Mezzy_D, spelled MEZZY_D. You can see all my. I'm starting to get really good at. I'm starting to post my comedy more because I'm not getting so self-conscious about it because I figure I am funny.
It's
So
funny.
definitely check that.
It's funny.
You can also follow me on
Yeah.
Facebook, Mezzy Sarah. That's my professional name because Sarah's my middle name. My family calls me Sarah, so it's Mezzy Sarah. You can follow me there with an H.
Mhm.
I do have a show in Boulder. So all my Long Island people, this is probably a lot of Newburgh people and stuff, but anybody in Long Island, okay?
Probably not. I'm not Newburghian.
You're right. You know what? Everything that's upstate, I just call whatever I think of. I'm
Okay,
like Stony Brook. No,
that's
Albany.
Long Island. That's upstate, further up.
That's where she's from. Okay. So but yes, I do have a show this weekend in Baldwin. Make sure you come on my Instagram and on my
Where
Facebook.
is Baldwin? I tried to look. I'm like, where is that? Like, where?
It's in Long Island. It's in Nassau County.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Most people though, it's okay. Unless you live in I know it. Don't wait. I know mass. I don't want to get this. I'm not gonna get it. Where you live?
Okay,
Nobody's gonna get it. No one's getting it. It's okay.
okay.
But yes, I would definitely, for me, and be on the lookout because I am going to be having a show come out soon. I'm not going to release the title just yet, but I
Mhm.
definitely make sure you guys follow me on that and support because I'm definitely going to need some support with that. And be on the lookout because I'm going to be taking over the world. So just be ready, all right? Be ready, all right? I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be taking over the world. So be ready.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes, you. But when you said be on the lookout, is it like a streaming platform or is it going to be
It
in
will be on
person?
a small streaming platform. Yes, my first 2 episodes are going to be on Stephanie Green. She has a
Green
small
Vibe,
channel, Green Vibe.
right?
So it's yes, the first two episodes are going to be on there, and then after that, we're probably going to try to shop it around and see if we can get on a bigger.
All right. For those that don't know, Green Vibe Roku, download it. 14 countries.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. Steph is the bomb and the
Yeah,
sweetest
she's the
person.
bomb.
Yeah, she is. That's so old school, right? The bomb. Um, Mezzy, I thank you so much.
Aw, yay. Thank you. Thank you for
Great.
having me. Thank you for supporting me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the love. Thank you for everything. You're awesome. I can't wait to shoot with you again because we will be
I
shooting
don't.
soon. So excited.
I'm not.
Even though I
Yeah.
got to drive like 5 hours to get up there. I mean, I'm not going to talk about that.
I felt so bad for you. You didn't have service. That was a mess.
And then I had to go do a comedy show after. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That was a terrible day. I
That-
will not book a comedy show a day like the day of us filming.
But that was your first film, though, right?
That was no. So I thought it was my. I forgot I did a mockumentary like years ago. It was about The Walking Dead, which was hilarious. So I gotta post. I'm gonna post both of those soon. So you can see it. Because I was like chopping things. I was chopping people. I was like, you a zombie? What? But it was really a melon. It wasn't a zombie. So
I
they
know.
didn't let me chop zombies.
Yeah, no. Post it, whatever.
I will definitely post it
so I can laugh. All right, everybody. That's Miss Mezzy D. Thank you all for tuning in.
Am I messy in my Betsy office? But it's okay because my name is Mezzy and I'm a little messy. It's okay.
You're working. Hello, you got a job. You got to do your job.
You gotta let them know, but don't let them know I'm on the job. Okay, please.
The background tells it. The background.
Yeah, I know. I'm already fired. It's all good.
No, you're not. Okay. But look, whatever happens, look, you're blessed. You got something in the wings.
I got it.
It's already. But next week, I'm not having a show. I need a break. So next week, I'm taking a break. But then the week after that, I have Miss Dana Williams, the lady that designed my logo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, from Heavenly Diva Creations. She got a story to tell. So yeah, sometimes I do like emotional stuff, and like my last show, I need a break. So I needed you to laugh.
Good. Okay, good. I brought it up. Okay,
yes,
good.
you brought it. So you guys have a wonderful week. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Next week there's no tea time, but I will share an older episode. I share no one. You guys make sure you go and follow Miss Mezzy, Mezzy _D lowercase letters on Instagram. Look at her videos and just give yourself a good laugh because she's hilarious. So many blessings to everybody. You all, Mezzy, wait 1 second. You all have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.